As we say goodbye to Eureli's Prime access, don't forget Eureli Prime, the Daiku Prime, and the Compressor Prime will not actually be going anywhere. The only thing that is ending here is the Prime Ephemera, the Prime Sandana, and the Prime Domestic Drone from her Prime access. Her relics will still be dropping in-game. Unlike Grendel Prime, the Masita Prime, and the Xyloch Prime from Grendel's Prime drop, because these relics are now officially vaulted. You can still open relics you have, build parts that you have. He is still buildable, he is still tradable. It's just the relics are no longer available until the Prime Resurgence, where he will hopefully come back at the end of the year. Because, of course, Caliban Prime has arrived. Despite the fact it is telling me to restart the game to receive an update, I am clearly in. Never mind. I am kind of looking forward to this, but looking at it, the shields are going to be 640 instead of 550, and the energy is going to be 175 instead of 140. Sprint speed remains the same at 1.1. This isn't the big thing that comes from him, other than the fact that, these weird things that kind of thought were part of the Sandana that's going to be part of his Prime access, they're not. They're part of Caliban Prime. Kind of like where they've put him, but they've missed the opportunity to show him off in the machine he was shown at, or shown in, at Tennogen. Not that they've got to design it or anything else, but that room has obviously already been modelled and all this other stuff. All it needed was a little animation of him floating in it, and it would have been perfect. Not that it's not good, but it just would have been that final touch that's quite nice. But let's not sugarcoat this. Caliban Prime is huge for a lot of other reasons. Main one being this sniper rifle, which we can now see in game, and that is in fact an eye. They referred to it themselves, Digital Extreme, at least members of their staff, as the eyeball that's on the new weapon. Vidoria. This is his new signature rifle. It's Caliban Prime's signature rifle, and I'm looking through this, and struck enemies become lightning rods with a chance to... It doesn't actually specify how that chance kicks in. Still doesn't. I thought they would have specified. I'm torn on this. I like the look of it, right up until we notice that the trigger type is charged. Fire rate mods will be your best friends with this, because it doesn't have the worst of charge times, but charged weapons still... it depends. If you're holding fire, does it disband the second it gets to 100% charge, or does it stay charged until you release it like a bow? If it works that way, this could actually be pretty good and really accurate. 40% crit chance, 18% status, and as expected, considering it turns enemies into lightning rods, electrical damage. And then there is his signature scythe. This is Caliban's signature scythe, which of course has been primed with... Yeah, that's clearly not broken. Come on, Digital Extreme, you do this to yourself sometimes. Either way, attack speed has gone from 1.08 to 1.17. Increased attack speed is great. When they do this, they usually don't buff lots of other things. Its crit chance has gone from 27 to 34. With an extra 0.2 on the crit multiplier, going from 2.1 to 2.3, the status chance has gone from 24% to 32%. The damage, well, it's gone up pretty much every single number. Went from 110 puncture to 122.5. From 33 impact to 36.8. From 77 slash to 85.8. Meaning this thing does a total of 25 extra damage. When you put it that way, it doesn't actually come across as, oh, well, it's been buffed by 25 extra damage, plus all the extra stats that coincide with it, mean it's been slightly buffed. The fact it's gone from a 1.08 to a 1.17 attack speed means not only has it been given more damage across the board, it's also been given a faster attack speed to deal this damage, meaning the DPS of this thing has gone through the roof because it just swings so much quicker than it did before. That's before we're getting to the fact the slam attack's gone from 660 to 773. Yeah. Oh, this thing looks like it's going to be lethal, which doesn't bode well for the sniper rifle because usually there's only one amazing weapon with a prime access these days. Could this be one of those rare occasions we actually get two? Oh, we can hope. This does, of course, mean he has a prime access that comes with him. I don't know about you. Let me know in the comment section below. Do you miss the fact that the prime access used to have a moving video in the background? The frames used to actually move. Now it's just a still image, just kind of sitting there, and I miss them because I used to rip them and use them as my outro for one while that prime access was going, but it's just been a still image for quite some time now, which is kind of a shame. But obviously there are the 3 different packs, and then there is the prime accessories that brings the Tauron, however you want to pronounce it, prime outfit for your drifter or operator, as well as the prime sandana. And I do absolutely love the look of the whole operator outfit from the prime accessories. I'm still torn on whether I will or not, but it is definitely worth it. Just remember the prime accessories can be bought separate. The Caliban Prime, Venato Prime, Vidoria Prime all drop from relics, so can be obtained in-game. As well as this, obviously we have Tennogen factions that brings Gauss's skin. That is an entire skin, not just a helmet. A new sandana. These are Tennogen items that we'll check in a second. On PC require you to be running in Steam. On console will cost you platinum. Everywhere else, like PC, will cost you real money through Steam. I love that. We have the chest armor, leg armor, and whip. These are 3 different skins, and they look amazing in this image put together. They really do. Can confirm though, sadly, when I go to Tennogen, there is Tennogen items available for Platinum on PC, but it is a very limited number of Tennogen. The rest of it, yeah, you need Steam installed to be able to actually have a look at these things, which is a damn shame. Obviously, to be able to farm for any of these, Caliban Prime, the Venato Prime, or the Vidoria Prime, I always forget the name of the scythe, just go to Codex, to Universe, over to Relics, and quite literally just search for whichever prime you are looking for. This goes for all primes, and you can find the relics and in there be able to see the Caliban Prime systems is the rare drop from the Axii C10, or the Lith C13 has Caliban's Neuroptics as a rare drop, or the Lith K12 has the chassis as the common drop, etc, etc. That is in fact true. He has 2 parts that are rare, which isn't really that rare when there is 4 parts to actually be able to get a hold of. Not only that, it also tells you where you can drop these from, which nodes you can go to actually farm these relics, and this works for absolutely every one of them. Other than obviously opening relic packs from within the syndicates, because if you've maxed it out, and you can get at least 6 from that, and hope you can get at least most of them, and you can do that across 2 different syndicates anyway. Quite literally 6. And then do it all over again, and it should be a nice start to be able to find the parts for these. Nope, I'm not looking at what drops what, because I'll be 100% honest. There's Caliban. I just open them all. Either way, you can't change what you get from them. At least I can confirm Caliban relics are actually dropping this time. There has been moments when it hasn't, but that is a nice, easy way to be able to get some really quickly without actually going and buying it using platinum, which I would never recommend anyway. It's easier to just create parties and go and crack the relics open and hope that you get them before it ends. Having 4 people with the same relic, it increases the chance of this happening. But either way, Caliban Prime has arrived. Everything else in the update, outside of the silly Steel Path stuff, is, and I'm saying that because it's just adding a notice to tell you how to do it, fixes. Lots and lots of fixes, or at least that's what I would like to say, considering I'm now at the end of the list of fixes. It's actually not that big of a list of fixes, considering they haven't released an update in over a month. Actually, it has been well over a month, about 5 weeks now. We expected a lot more updates to this, so this leaves us wondering how many things have gone unfixed to fix other things, because they were concentrating on cert fixes over everything else. But either way, Caliban Prime has finally arrived, and we should get more news on the next update, hopefully sooner rather than October. So that's gonna suck, but with that we'll leave this off here. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.